Hello, it's Sarah. So I wanted to do an update video, partly because my Sunday video, because Carissa was here, CJ, whatever you want to call her, that we ended up kind of talking more than we did any writing stuff. So I wanted to make sure that I had a video that actually covered the things that I wanted to cover, and my face is really dark for some reason right now. I don't know why that is. That's not normally true. I have the same light on. We're gonna have to look at getting some lights. Okay, anyway. So I wanted to talk a little bit about my weekly goals, my monthly goals, and my quarterly goals. This quarter, I don't have any quarterly goals. The reason is that I'm just starting to make goals that I write down, that I hold myself accountable for. So this quarterly goal would end at the end of this month, December, essentially. So I didn't bother to do a quarterly goals. However, I have some good news on my weekly goals, which I also did on Sunday. I'm trying to keep that kind of stuff going on Sunday, so that way I have a regular schedule on it, which keeps me on schedule, which keeps me kind of at what I need to do. Okay, so I've scheduled some writing in most days. Wednesdays I work late, so I didn't schedule any writing on Wednesday. Right now I'm doing editing instead of writing, but whatever. But most of the time I'm editing or writing every night, except one of the things that I'm using right now that I'm focused on very heavily is Hootsuite. I don't have time to be online 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So one of the things I'm doing is I'm setting up lots and lots of tweets and posts that kind of go throughout all times of the day, so that I'm constantly engaging. That does mean that I'm posting a lot. However, as long as you're not using Facebook, it seems like posting a lot isn't much of a problem. Facebook, it will just keep stacking, and then everybody will know you're posting all the time, and you'll kind of look like a lunatic. So you have to kind of work a little harder on Facebook. I personally don't like using Facebook for writing. Part of the reason is that I use it much more as a social network. I use it much less to sell my writing, to talk about writing. I don't feel like you can say anything on Facebook without arguing with somebody, so I don't want to say anything that's going to spur an argument. And something as simple as, I don't like plotting, could turn into a giant argument. I personally don't like plotting. Everyone else on the planet can do whatever they want to. I don't like it, and so I don't do it. So, you know, I mean, I just don't want to get in fights with people, and especially not people that I love, who for some reason feel that if they're behind a keyboard on Facebook, they get to say whatever crazy shit enters into their head. And so I don't use Facebook for marketing a great deal. You know, I post a couple times that I have a YouTube channel. I post a couple times that people should subscribe. I post a couple times when I have books out. But I just can't use it to sell. So it's just how I deal with it. So I set up a slew of posts on Hootsuite on Sunday, and then I've also been kind of interspersing some extra ones in between during the week. I will obviously do more if like books go on sale or things like that. I'll do more in between. But Hootsuite is hugely useful, and I do not have a paid subscription currently. That might change in the near future, but it works wonderfully even without a paid subscription. So and this is not sponsored at all. I do not owe anything to Hootsuite. I just use it. So I really enjoy it, and I think it's very useful. By the end of the week, I wanted to reach page 150 of Boys. It is Wednesday, and I'm on page 161. So my first goal has already been met before Sunday even gets here. I'm pretty impressed with myself there, actually, because as I have made it clear, I've been having a really hard time with editing. Just the focus, that's been the hardest part. I wanted to sell one copy of something. Everything I've written that's on sale, other than my short story, Safe Places, everything else has been on sale for over a year. So my sales are pretty slow. I'm not the most popular writer in the world. I'm really indie. So it's hard to get sales. And I already did sell one book this week. I'm very happy with that. I love when people buy my books. I love even more when they tell me that they read them and they tell me what they think of them. I love to hear feedback. Even if it's negative feedback, I like to learn things and I like to get better. And I like to know that the next one's going to be better than this one. And even if you have a problem with something I did in the last one, you might be able to see that I care enough about my writing and I love writing so much. And so you might feel like it's worth coming back even if you didn't love the first thing you read. I wanted to have 10 views on my this week's video. I think right now I'm at like 5. It's not terribly impressive, but whatever. I'm not that worried about that. However, I did want to add 1 subscriber, and at this point I had 5. And I have done that. I have added actually 5 subscribers. I now have 10 subscribers on my YouTube channel, which is huge to me. It's really hard to get subscribers, like really hard. So I just keep trying and I keep reminding people that I have a YouTube and encouraging them to come watch. And maybe if they watch, they'll enjoy it and they'll decide to stick around. My monthly goals. Because I wrote this on like the 28th, 27th, one or the other. Anyway, because I wrote this so late in the month, I just went ahead and started with December. I already had weekly goals, which took care of the rest of the month, and it just made sense to follow through with December. So I always have to run a spell check right after I put in edits because I type really fast, and when you type really fast, you have 2 things you can do. One is watch really closely, which you can't do when you're reading on paper and looking up and reading on paper and looking up and reading on paper and looking up, which is how I edit. Or you can go back and review and make sure that you don't have any typos. So that's what I like to do. So I'd like to have that done also by the end of the month. I'd like to have 15 views on at least 1 video from December. I do have 15 views on 1 other video, so I feel like this is very achievable. I just need to figure out what people want to hear about, and that's where like my audience comes into it, and I want to hear what people want to see, what people want to hear, what people want to talk about. I'm obviously not the end-all be-all of writing knowledge. I love learning more about writing. I love teaching other people about what they can learn about writing. It's really important to me just to keep getting better. And so engaging other people and talking through things is one of the ways that you get better. My monthly goal for subscribers was to have 7 subscribers. As I mentioned earlier, I have 10. So I've actually surpassed my monthly goal as well. I'm super excited about it. I feel like $1,000,000. I just don't even know how else to put it. It's so exciting to me that there are 10 people who are subscribed to my channel. I understand. I personally think I know almost all of them. However, I don't care. I just want people to want to engage about writing and talk about writing and talk about what we get out of writing. And I don't care if you're a fiction writer or a nonfiction writer, or you just like to journal and you want to talk about how to make your journal feel more like what happened, so that you can look back at your journal in 30 years and go, oh, I remember that time when we went out drinking and so-and-so broke her heel. Those things are just as important as fiction or nonfiction or any of those things. Having your memories and being able to access your memories later can be more important depending on who you are and what things matter to you. So I don't want to belittle any kind of writing at all. And I think everyone has room to grow and learn more, and I think everyone will be happier with themselves if they grow and learn more, because down the road you're going to learn anyway. And so once you get to reviewing what you've already done, you will be surprised at how much better you are just by doing it. That doesn't even add editing into it, nothing. Just writing over and over and over again makes you write better. And the last thing I really wanted to do was to have a printed out, ready-to-go version of Hell's Bend, which is the other book that I'm working on editing. It is now due for an edit. I will probably start that on January 1st. That will enter into my quarterly, monthly, and weekly goals that month, week / quarter, whatever. That will also be really useful because I think Hell's Bend is actually closer to done. So I need to start looking at that more as an actual product and less as my writing. And when I say that, what I mean is that I think of my writing in a much more emotional way when I think of it as my writing. As soon as I start thinking of it as a product, I start to think of it much more as a merchant or a salesperson of some sort, and trying to find the positives and negatives and what things will sell it and what things won't sell it, and what's important about it. And I feel like right now what's important about it is that I'm enjoying myself. But obviously if you're going to sell to other people, that can't be enough. So you've got to come up with some other things that are super important about it, that make it useful, that make it enjoyable. Even if all it is that you can lay on a couch on a rainy day and be happy at the end of the day because you enjoyed a book. That's enough. But you just have to know what you have to offer. So those are my weekly and monthly goals. I don't have quarterly goals set up yet for January. I do have some ideas what I'm going to start doing come January. I'm not a big New Year's resolution person, and that doesn't really bother me all that much. But I will be essentially making resolutions, but they'll just be shorter term than a 1-year resolution. And I'm not going to promise to go to the gym, because guess who can't go to the gym? I'm lazy. That's a thing. So I just realized I have my fan on still. Why do I fail so hard? How do I fail so hard? It's like I'm trying to fail. Never mind the fact that you can also hear my parents' TV, because my husband and I live with my parents. On a personal note, woke up this morning with back pain that I had yesterday, and it was worse, so I went to the doctor, and I'm on like 4 new medications for a kidney stone, including a prostate med. So that's exciting. My prostate's doing well. But anyway, I'm not feeling that bad. I'm pretty good at coping with this kind of stuff. If I have like a constant pain, that's not so bad. It's immediate, sudden pain that actually really is hard for me to cope with. So right now, I'm good. And I'm on meds. I mean, I'm taking medicine, taking plenty of medicine. I'm on 4 new pills, so that's exciting. Hopefully that will be over with once I'm done with those pills, and I won't have this problem again. However, I did have it a year ago, so, and before you tell me, I drink lots of water. I understand how kidney stones work. I understand where they come from. Some people are just more susceptible for no reason. So please don't tell me how to take care of my kidneys. I'm aware. Anyway, so I think that does it for today. Thank you for joining me midweek. I hope you're having a wonderful week. I hope you're getting ready for whatever holiday you're up to celebrate. I know there's a bunch coming up here. So happy whatever you're having. I hope you're enjoying whatever weather you've got wherever you live. Here it's only like 40, so I mean, it's not even cold. I am looking forward to having a reason to wear my awesome Snorlax hat, but as of right now I don't, so we'll just pretend that I do. Oh, my cat finally laid down. But I still have been wearing it even though it's been like 40 degrees out. I should be embarrassed, but I'm totally not, because I love my hat. Anyway, so that should do it. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week, and I will see you again on Sunday. Bye!